Hey guys, it's been forever since I've done any videos, let alone any sort of commentary. Probably like Final Fantasy 15 demo was the last thing I made. Anyway, I have just finished the Mirror's Edge beta, Mirror's Edge Catalyst beta rather, on the PlayStation 4, and I am even more excited than I already was for this game. The beta, I got the email earlier this morning at like 1 a.m. and then I was like, yes, I'm gonna download it, play it all early morning, I guess. But that didn't work out. I kind of fell asleep, so I just recorded everything in the morning. But you know, anyway, ooh, crap! I gotta watch out for those guys. Anyway, I am very impressed by the beta overall, but it does have a couple of technical problems, mainly frame rate issues is what I've been experiencing. I haven't had a lot of collision detection issues. As far as gameplay wise and things like that, the only thing I am having problems with is the wall running. And if you watched my previous videos, you can see where I'm literally just looks like I'm tripping balls or something. It's really weird. But for whatever reason, my momentum doesn't. It's like my momentum's not carrying through, and I think honestly, maybe that's not a flaw in the game. That might be the leveling system. Here, let me show you guys that. Well, wait, which one is it? Oh, here we go. Yeah, so here's a leveling system up here. So, unlike the first Mirror's Edge, this game has a skill tree system for your movement, combat, and your gear. In the first Mirror's Edge, everything was open to you at the beginning of the game. You had all your combat abilities, all your parkour abilities, and you could use guns, and that was it. There was nothing. There was nothing to upgrade. Absolutely nothing. So in this game, like I was surprised when I was playing the introduction and I didn't have the parkour roll, you know, to keep your momentum going through, and you could just keep running. So that's actually a skill now. It's one of the first skills you get, so it's not that big a deal. The coil skill, I was expecting that to be a part of your basic repertoire, but that wasn't. Quick turn, I was also expecting that to be part of your basic repertoire. That was not either. And if you guys saw me screwing up in the beta a lot with some of the free running, that was because the bumper buttons have been switched. On the original PlayStation 3 version, I believe R1 was the up mechanic button, and that was a button you hit whenever you want to climb up or vault up or anything like that. And then like L2 was like sliding under things. Like I think in this game, L1 is the one that makes you jump up and stuff. So I was kind of muscle memorying. I had my muscle memory thing going on with Mirror's Edge. But anyway, yeah, so we can get a look at some of the abilities that you have. And a lot of these, crap. A lot of these are stuff that you had in the first game. But some of this stuff, like double wall... Actually, no, you could do a double wall run in Mirror's Edge, the original. So yeah, a lot of this stuff is stuff that you have in the original game. The biggest new mechanic, the biggest change up in this game is the combat. And the combat in the first Mirror's Edge was... It wasn't the worst thing ever, but it kind of sucked. So basically the way it works now is they actually made it so you could avoid combat entirely, or you can choose to fight everyone head up with your parkour abilities. And I'll see if I can find some area to show that off in while I'm actually talking. But yeah, the combat's much better, much more fluid, and what you can actually do now is do these traversal attack moves, and basically what that allows you to do is just run past everyone. And you can kind of like jump over them and vault over them. There was a mission earlier on in the game where they had you doing that. Here, let me pick something to do. Oh, okay, I was actually in the middle of doing something. Oh yeah, the runner vision makes a return as well. So it gives you, I think it gives you like the safest route, but not necessarily the quickest route. So you can actually turn that off and run around. Like the game is just based off of this little beta, I don't want to say it's completely open-worlded, but it definitely has these open-ended environments where you can choose to get around pretty much however you want to, which is very nice. Here, let me see if I can show you a time trial while I'm talking. Oh, okay. I don't know if that's another mission or not. Oh, if you're wondering, I didn't do commentary in the first couple parts because I just want you guys to be immersed in the experience. But this finale part, I just felt, you know, let me show off some stuff. And I need to, how do I get to that? Oh, it's over there. Alright, let's see if I can cut through this building to get over there. Yeah, so the free running runner's vision comes back. You can actually shut that off. I might do that on subsequent playthroughs just to immerse myself more in the game world and try to think more like a parkour athlete. It's really neat. And how do I? Oh, have I not been over here? Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, I can't go down there. Yeah, you pretty much live on the rooftops. I don't think there's any area we can actually get down on the ground. I'm sure there's some story mission later in the actual release. By the way, it got pushed back again. I guess I'll just have to keep playing Dark Souls to tie me over, but, you know, whatever. So far, yeah, if you can see right there, the frame rate kind of chugged right there. So if you're wondering why in some of my videos, like, oh my god, the frame rate's chugging, it's the game. My recording software is actually working. Can you believe that? Oh my god, it took me like a year to get used to using freaking recording software. Jeez. And Mike's like probably like watching this video right now. You're probably watching it like, what the F, Adrian? It took you a year to get this right in your computer science major? Yeah, right. I should be able to... No, I can't go in there. But yeah, so I like everything about this game so far, just the wall running. I'm assuming that might be like a mechanical thing with what they chose to do with the leveling system. But overall, like, the animations are much smoother. It's much easier to get around the environments. I haven't had a lot of clipping. I haven't had any clipping issues. The voice acting's pretty solid. Solar Fields came back to compose the soundtrack. So this game's looking in great shape, and honestly, I am incredibly excited. Let me see. I never did any of these. Get yourself a user-created BL. Crap. I forgot what that was. Yeah, you can actually... I think people, like, you can actually lay out paths and stuff for people to like, try to like, free run through, so... You're like, I guess let's go. Let's try it. Yeah, so you can like do all these like time trials and stuff like that, which is it's pretty neat. Oh my god, the frame rate issues. Yeah, hopefully that's honestly my biggest complaint about beta is just the frame rate issues. But I mean, again, it is a beta for a reason. So I'll probably go in the EA forums and just let them know that pretty much everything's working the way I feel that it should. Mechanically, Faith feels very, very fluid. I really like the way she controls, and I just effed up here. Yeah, that was my dumb fault. So I would actually say, ow. I would actually say that the controls are much better, even though I'm screwing up right here because I'm trying to talk and play at the same time, which I still haven't learned how to do because I haven't had enough practice yet. That's okay, this summer you guys will be hearing a lot more of me, whether you want to or not. So overall, yeah, I enjoyed the beta, the story... God damn it. The story's interesting so far. I'm trying to place where the story actually happens because, it's weird, like... I don't know, I guess this is more like a reboot than... You know, let's start that again. I guess this game is more of a reboot of Mirror's Edge as opposed to a sequel. But it's also kind of a prequel because it's about like the riots that occurred in the city when she was a child, which was something that was, I believe it was mentioned in the first Mirror's Edge. Her sister was a cop. They talked about it a little bit. I think they had like the comics or whatever that were about what was going on beforehand. But I'm not entirely sure. I think this is probably better to think of this more as like a reboot for Mirror's Edge, and it's everything you could ever want out of if you're looking for a good first-person parkour game. Oh, and another thing of note, there is no gunplay. They completely decided to just abstain from putting any gunplay in the game, and I'm completely okay with that because honestly, so many first-person games are just first-person shooters, and I don't usually play a lot of first-person video games because I find them kind of boring, to be honest. Except for freaking Fallout 4, but you know, that's Fallout 4. It's a very special game. A game that Mike and I will get back around to recording at some point. But yeah, I haven't had too many technical issues with this game. The main one is really just the frame rate and then the wall running. The combat actually feels pretty dang good if you can you get good at it. You gotta get good at it, yeah. You can use the triangle button for heavy attacks. The square button is like your light attacks. You can like kind of punch a guy out and just keep moving. Stuff like that. Slide to victory. Yeah, that sounds like a dumb idea. Oh, can I Jackie Chan my way down here? Let's see. Yeah! I'm really happy that's back in the game, because that was in the first level. That was in the prologue of Mirror's Edge. Now, I am playing this game on PS4, so I do not know if the Xbox One or the PC has any issues, or how many technical issues the PC version and Xbox One version have. I would assume it'd probably be some of the same issues. Maybe the frame rate's better on PC, maybe not. I'm not entirely sure. Where's this first flag at? Oh. Oh. Completely wrong way. There we go. Yeah, so I'm not entirely sure how the frame rate in the overall gameplay works in the other platforms, but I would imagine it's probably pretty fluid. It feels really good at the very least. And I'm excited for the final release. I'm curious to see what kind of different mission objectives they're going to have. I like the way that you handle the gunplay with the enemies. So basically, how can I forget to mention this? The focus mechanics. So now, like when you hit R2 or whatever, you can activate like focus mode. And basically what it does, you can, if you see that, here, I'll stop running for a second. See that bar just drop? That's my focus meter. When it's up on its max, when it fills up to max, which is basically what I'm just doing parkour and stringing together a lot of fancy moves and stuff like that, it makes you immune to bullets. Oh, crap. Dumb move. It makes you immune to bullets somehow. I don't know how. I guess Faith is Neo from the Matrix or something. But you can dodge bullets, and it's a neat way to get around the gunplay mechanic because they don't have it, so they had to find some way to deal with you, some way for you to deal with gun-toting enemies. So I thought it was pretty clever, even if it doesn't entirely make a lot of sense. But you know, it's a video game. Freaking people and their logic in video games. Oh my god, some people get so pissed. It doesn't make any sort of sense. I'm like, it's a video game. I appreciate the fluidity of game mechanics over the capturing real life. Because honestly, who would want to play a video game about real life, honestly? Although I know people do parkour in real life. I want to do parkour in real life. I just don't have anywhere to practice. Connecticut is a barren wasteland, you know. Do another one of these. So anyway, I'm curious to see what other people think about this. I actually haven't checked up too much. I know a lot of big YouTubers, dumb of me to do, I should have just run over to the right. I know a lot of big YouTubers like Rad Brad and stuff have already gotten their hands on this game. And I'll probably watch some of the videos because I'm honestly curious to see what their experience was. I don't know what platforms everyone else is playing on, so I just want to see, you know, what they were doing and how the game was running. And hopefully they were having as much fun as I am. And I'm happy, I know the delay is kind of annoying, but I am happy that it did get delayed so that they can work more on it, because they said they wanted to refine a few more things, and I'm happy that EA is actually taking into account what the fans want for this game, because that's important. I mean, I think games like this are important. Mirror's Edge, when it first came out, it had a lot of flaws, but it was like no other game I've ever seen before. I'd never seen a game like this before, and it still sticks in my mind as one of my favorite games ever, even if it isn't the best game ever. There's a distinct difference between, you know, my favorite and what I consider the best. Mirror's Edge was certainly not the best game, but it had a lot of style to it. The soundtrack and atmosphere were really cool, and that's back here in full force. I really like the soundtrack. I'm hoping we do see some, like, throwbacks. Like, maybe they'll play a couple songs from the first Mirror's Edge, because I freaking love that game's soundtrack. Oh, hey, more things to steal. I'm not sure what this gets you. Probably trophies, or maybe, yeah, just experience points, I guess. Almost made it. Probably shouldn't be collecting collectibles while I'm trying to run around the city and doing a time trial. It's probably dumb. Oh, it's not probably dumb. It is dumb. Alright, there we go. Oh, also, another thing of importance to note. The freaking poles are no longer glitched. Hell, like in the first Mirror's Edge. Oh my gosh, in the first Mirror's Edge, I can't tell you how many times I was speed running through a level, like the boat level or the shard or something. Try to jump on a pipe, misses, even though the reticle was aimed on it. This game's a lot more forgiving. Can I punch, like, nope. Okay. Maybe. So yeah, they did fix that. And the whole thing with the ladders, and you wouldn't, like, grab onto them sometimes for whatever reason. No one really knows. So I'm really, really happy overall with the mechanics of the game so far. And hopefully the actual full release will be as good as this. Maybe let's do, like, one more security hub mission before we call it a day. I want to see if I can show off a little bit of combat before I log out here. I've got to get back to, you know, school. Ugh. College. I'm grateful for it, but it's a pain. Oh, which way was I going again? Yeah, gotta go this way. Oh, and I guess for future plans for this channel, I do plan on getting around to doing some Dark Souls videos. I'm not sure if I'm actually going to do a full playthrough of that. I would rather not do that by myself. Although I am happy to report I have been paying attention to Dark Souls 3's lore a lot more, because if my first venture into the Souls series was freaking, or not, I guess not really the Souls series, Bloodborne, I consider that part of the Souls series, and Spirit, I guess. But that was my first foray into the series, and I didn't know about all the lore and stuff, so it's kind of exciting stuff here. Also, I'm not sure what frame rate this is running. I'm not very my eyes aren't very sensitive to frame rate because I grew up on console, but I'm pretty sure this game, when it's running steady, it's going at 30. I could be wrong about that. It feels a little bit more fluid than 30. I could be wrong about that. Don't quote me on it. I don't really know what the frame rate is. I might be able to check later and maybe post about it or something, but I'm not sure. Oops. Oops. Alright, I'm shoot. Yeah, they're gonna shoot. Hey, control chip. Alright, what I'm gonna try to do is, let's try jumping on them. Yeah! That's always hilarious to do. Alright, hold up. No, stop shooting. I still haven't gotten used to the combat mechanics. They're kind of, they're very different from what I'm used to in Mirror's Edge, so. And they're not bad at all. It's not the game's fault for me sucking at this game's combat. It's me. Like, the combat controls perfectly fine. I really don't have much of an issue with the way the combat controls at all. I'm probably gonna die here. Let me see. It's just weird because I'm so used to the way the first game played. Not trying to say the first game had better combat, but you know, I'm just used to that. So that's what I mean by the shield. If you can see, like, I have my runner's the focus bar is up, and I am getting shot by things, but I'm not taking any damage. Okay, good sir. Crap. Bad move. Yeah, that was a bad move on my part. Alright, I'll try to plan that out better this time. That was stupid of me. I want to do it at least once. I gotta do something. I gotta make up for that. Ooh, better idea. Come on, nope, up. I haven't played Mirror's Edge in like a year now. Come on. Yes! The gun-toting jerk. Alright, I'm gonna come back up here and get you first. Come on. Yep, you're done. Sweet. And you guys will, also, you can dodge around guys, too, which is nice. If I can stop effing up. There we go. And you can also dodge, like, to the left. Side sweat, punch. And you can also, like, throw them into each other. Hold on. Nope. Come on. Yeah, you can, like, yeah, if you do, like, a kick like that, you can throw them into each other and stuff. Pretty humorous. I'm going to get a lot of amusement out of that once I actually get good at it. I did a completely blind run of this game and put it on YouTube, so I'll probably get made fun of for that, but that's okay. I had to make those videos because I don't really have, I mean, the beta ends on like Monday, I believe, so I don't really have a lot of time to actually get good at this particular version of Mirror's Edge. Actually, kind of surprising. Honestly, I wasn't really expecting them to ever make a sequel to Mirror's Edge. It was just always something I had in the back of my mind for a few years, and then heard about Catalyst, and I was like, yes! I know, I'm pretty sure the first Mirror's Edge didn't sell as well, at least initially. I don't think the sales were that high for it, and EA was like, oh, okay, well, I guess we won't do that again. But, you know, it's kind of nice having something a little different. Let me steal that. I'm like right here. You got to get those collectibles, right? Almost out of danger. Perfect. Yeah, you saw the frame rate drop there. So yeah, pretty much that's all. That's really all I've got to complain about. I'm happy with everything else. This game is going to be really amazing, and just fix the frame rate, EA. That's my message to you. The frame rate. That's literally all I have to complain. That's my biggest complaint. The other complaint I had, let me see if I can show it off. I noticed it earlier when I wasn't recording, unfortunately, but sometimes when you're looking out in the distance, let me see. Let me see here. I'm gonna try to get a little bit higher up so I want to see if I can show it to you. Because sometimes when you get super high up, a lot of textures tend not to load, or they're like half loaded, which is kind of weird, and it makes the game look not as pretty. The lighting's still really good, although the game's bloom effect is not nearly as intense as the first Mirror's Edge. I mean, that game was blinding you. It was like, it wanted you to go blind, literally. It was insane. And then when it got dark, it was like pitch black. Yeah, okay, I guess this will work. This spot works. I mean, if you look out at the buildings in the distance there, not sure if you can see it on the video, but some of the textures look like they're kind of like half loaded in. Everything's animated in the background and stuff, but I mean, you got some, I think I see some of the drones like clipping through some of the buildings and a few things like that. What I haven't seen, interestingly enough, are giant rats and birds. Kind of strange. Kind of strange. Well, I wonder what happened to them. Because there would just be like there's like giant rats that would appear in a couple levels in Mirror's Edge. Not like Dark Souls rats, but they were pretty meaty. Okay, I guess that's not working. But yeah, so textures, overall the game looks pretty good. Face character model looks a lot better. I really like the redesign for her face in this game. I think she looks awesome. I like the side characters so far. Icarus is I kind of like him. He's kind of a dick, but it's kind of funny. Noah's pretty cool. He's a cool replacement. I wonder if they're going to have Merc show up at all. Probably not. But, you know, did I get that? Yeah, I did. Okay. And maybe that other chick from the first Mirror's Edge. But they still have like references to Raposa and Callahan. Like if you look around all the billboards and stuff in the first Mirror's Edge, it's a lot of the same stuff. So I mean, I don't know how much of a reboot versus sequel prequel thing this is, but I'm gonna assume reboot. But you know, assumptions can be dangerous. I could be wrong about that. But anyway, thanks for watching this video. Hope you guys enjoyed watching the previous videos. If you haven't, go and check them out. I'm really excited to show off this game to people. It looks so good and it feels so good, and I'm hoping the final game comes out as good as this demo is. And I'll see you guys next time.